And wanted to thank not only for inviting me, but for the topic, which became in a week even more important and not theoretical, but very needed. And my topic about inner peace, I'm sure that other speakers already touched upon this topic. I will try to point at.
Bunun biraz bir
I hope it will be interesting for everyone. Of course, we can start with, how inner peace can be reached with deep and slow breathing. But we will go beyond this, although most probably I will keep on breathing deeply and slowly for the translators, for interpreters, to catch up with me, so I will not speak fast. Yeah, so I'm sure we all understand and that inner peace is not one-click solution, that it's something that you read about or you've heard, and here we are. I have inner peace and it's guaranteed. So it's more a result of a process, quite a long process. And actually, the result is also more a process. So it's more a process than a result. But it can be a very interesting and very not a hard work or process to reach this inner peace. And we heard several quotes from the speaker who was now giving a presentation. It was really very interesting. So to start with is the environment we live. We know that it's getting more and more stressful, but we know that we exist in an integral system. Already other presenters helped me a lot in this, so I'll be short in this introduction, that we live in a perfect nature, balanced completely, of course we all saw these documentaries with animals hunting each other, and you can notice, and you can even say that they are in inner peace even when eating each other. It looks like it's going slowly. Even their expressions on their faces are quite calm. And then it's not a joke. I mean, we all see how everything is balanced. And one of the elements that are very clear and scientifically, of course, proved, how all the nature and every organism works, and every part of organism. There's a law. It's like a law that one absorbs, that element or organ absorbs as much as it needs for its functioning, and gives passes on performing its function, the whole energy it has, only leaving the amount of energy it needs for its existence. So in this case, in this perfect nature picture, we have one element, and you can guess what kind of element it is that is out of balance. Yes, it's us, it's human, and we see it very evidently. But again, human is a social creature, and we want it or not, we strive, we want to be part of society, and also to find out what our function is, like in this perfect nature. The problem is that it's more complicated for us, and because of our nature, we and the environment we are living now, we like change this principle or law that is present in the nature, and we usually take more than we give, and then we give by performing our function. So what is the solution regarding this first factor? How can we change ourselves, or how can we find this function to be in inner peace? Because we will later try to define what is inner peace, but we, of course, we understand that it depends on outer peace, how outer environment, and this balance that we can reach is integral, with the help of integral worldview, integral approach, that we distract ourselves from what is happening with the society, with us. It's a very special effort that not everyone can do in the beginning, because we are locked inside the society. But since we are looking for our mission, for our function in the society, we need to find our place. Otherwise, we cannot find this inner peace, and we can help each other in this, and we see how person becomes happy and fulfilled when finds his or her place in the world, when one can be useful, helpful to others, and be also respected and loved by others. And for this, we need to know exactly the laws of nature, not to imagine, to philosophize what impacts us and what not, what works and what doesn't work. And if we know these laws, one we already mentioned, then we can find out how we can be in balance with these laws, because we see that we cannot put aside what is happening around us and act as we want. We see that the situation in the world is getting worse, and we fully understand that we did something wrong there. And we're now coming to a thought that we have to be in balance with the environment, with all levels of the environment. And our inner peace, it cannot be lasting if in my environment there is no peace. But we can actually read. I don't have presentations, I don't have slides, just to see you more and to have it more intimate, our conversation. So I have a short definition of inner peace that is built from, let's say, experience and not, let's say, theoretical background. And after the presentation, we could discuss whether it's correct or not. It sounds like this. Inner peace is understanding laws of nature and human nature, causes and effects without judging anyone, because I understand my nature, and serving humanity together with all other levels of nature for the higher purpose, that is complete balance and unity, or we can say peace. So this is a definition. Of course, each of us defines this inner peace differently, and we find sources or strength for this peace in a different environment. But what can be universal is that we can have one standard. I call it love standard or standard of love. That if we find our function and we can be useful to others, the moment we feel that everyone in society, state, or even the whole of humanity needs me, and I'm useful, and I can serve them, this motherly love is being born, that you want to take care of others, you want to care. And the paradox of this inner peace, that there is some kind of contradiction, although it sounds like a contradiction, that this inner peace, when this function is being found, is very intensive. Your inner scrutiny, inner life becomes very intensive and rich. And even there is some kind of fear in it when serving the society, serving the humanity. But this fear, it doesn't interfere. Fear doesn't interfere or ruin somehow your inner peace, because it's again for this purpose, to be purposeful even better. So it is very much needed. And if I'm completely calm and satisfied with how I am performing my function, this is not good. It's false inner peace, because I know that I miss this contact with the society, with the environment, and this pleasant stress is needed. This worry. How can I better perform my function? How can I be a better part of the society? And one more factor is related to perception of reality. We can notice this once in a while. Maybe some of you feel it constantly. I'm sure that most of your life experience is even greater and richer than mine, and each of us can share different examples. How perception of reality changes when we are in this inner peace, when we are fully in, how it is called, there's a saying, in your glass, how it is said, that you feel that you know how to benefit others. And it's really very strong and pleasant feeling. But it changes the reality surrounding you. Actually, now I'm making an announcement together with this thesis for a presenter who will be presenting later in the conference, Gleb Bogatsky. He will be talking about the conflict between states, or peace between states. And perception of reality, again, what science is telling us, and we can see it from examples in our everyday life, that we can the world differently. And other people surrounding us start to feel differently, start to act differently if we are in this inner peace, in balance with the environment and with ourselves, which in this case we can state that it is one and the same, this relationship with the environment and with myself. By the way, in the clip before my presentation, we could also see fighting inside one person. So when we have this peace, we can see that the world around is changing, and it's really very how to say inspiring process. So one more thing about important factor that is about events or happenings. Every day something happens to us. Even Zoom can be hacked or something with a help. For example, I have problems with my spine. I cannot walk now. And, I can only sit like this for half an hour. So it's enough for the presentation. And after presentation, I will go and lay in the bed for several hours. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to if you will have questions and to discuss a bit if we will have time. But we have always this delta, not beta, but delta, between the inner peace, feeling or perception that we have inside of us and the outer world. It always constantly changes, and we have this delta. And actually, it's also part of this inner peace. It's not bad. Of course, we can feel it, and we usually feel it as stressful. But if we again distract ourselves a bit, and we look at us, at ourselves as an object, we will see that it's always for our benefit. Actually, it's always this delta is always a trigger to improve, to fine-tune our contact with the environment and with these laws, to make an extra effort to be even more sensitive, to return to this inner peace or right connection with the environment and with the oneself. So actually, we don't have any reasons why we should lose or somehow distract from this inner peace, because everything is happening. We can perceive it as an invitation to strengthen this inner peace. So I'm trying to make my presentation a bit shorter to leave time for other presenters. Maybe I missed something important. You will help us. You will help me in this. And I thank you a lot. I hope this short presentation was useful. And the most I enjoy being together with you with such a special time, and the very fact that we are meeting and talking about this topic, I'm sure that we are strengthening our inner peace, our collective inner peace. So thank you again, and